NBA's European expansion plans, private equity, sovereign wealth funds, and new leagues. Imagine a future where the thrill of the NBA is not just limited to the United States, but is enjoyed by fans all across Europe. This vision is now closer to becoming a reality, as NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum are currently in Europe, engaging in a series of high-stakes meetings with potential stakeholders of the NBA's planned European Basketball League. But here's where it gets interesting. These talks involve not just basketball clubs, but also private equity firms, investment banks, sovereign wealth funds, and government officials, all of whom are eager to get in on the ground floor of this exciting new venture. According to a person familiar with the details, the meetings are taking place in various locations across the continent, including London, which is also being considered as a potential site for one of the teams in the new league. The NBA has declined to comment on the matter, while FIBA has not responded to requests for comment. However, in a press conference held back in March, Silver confirmed that exploratory talks were indeed underway, and that the new league would feature a unique format, with roughly 12 permanent franchises and 4 rotating wildcard spots based on performance in other competitions. And this is the part most people miss. The new league will be using FIBA rules rather than NBA rules, which could potentially lead to some fascinating matchups and strategies. As the NBA and FIBA move forward with their plans, one of the key questions on everyone's mind is, what role will private equity and sovereign wealth funds play in the new league? The answer is not entirely clear, but what is certain is that these investors will be eager to get in on the action, given the potential for huge returns on their investments. In fact, the new league could present an attractive opportunity for private equity and sovereign wealth funds looking to gain a foothold in global basketball, particularly since the NBA has strict limits on private equity ownership in the United States. As Silver noted during the 2025 NBA Finals, the European competition is still at least a couple of years away from launching. But when it does, it's likely to send shockwaves throughout the basketball world. But here's the controversy. Will the involvement of private equity and sovereign wealth funds be a positive or negative force in the new league? On the one hand, these investors could bring much-needed capital and expertise to the table, helping to establish the league as a major player in the world of basketball. On the other hand, some might argue that their involvement could lead to a lack of transparency and accountability, as well as a focus on profits over people. So we have to ask, what do you think? Should private equity and sovereign wealth funds be allowed to play a major role in the new league? Or do you think their involvement could have unintended consequences? Let us know in the comments. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is certain. The future of basketball in Europe has never looked brighter, and the possibilities are endless.